Well, hey everybody, this is Alexander Cassell. I'm out here at Amherst, Madison. So, I thought we would step away from the homes for a minute. Let's take a look at something that can make a house into a home. I'm talking, of course, about landscaping, plants, gardening. If you're like me, you find your zen while you're out there, time slows down, and then finally, when it blooms, it's all beautiful. So, what I did is I checked out 4 local nurseries, and they're all very different in their styles. So I went out and talked to them, and yeah, let's take a look. So our first stop here is going to be Edwards Nursery, and that's off Hill Road here. It's only accessible by Hill Road, so I recommend you do the MapQuest. Otherwise, you might just drive on by it and not even notice it's there. But once you get down there, you'll see it's drop dead gorgeous. And yes, this hidden gem spans 10 acres, so huge area. The first thing you kind of notice is the size of these gigantic greenhouses, and they're actually heated with a geothermal vent that was drilled in 1927. So really, really cool. As you go through, you can kind of see they have plenty of things for gifts. They do custom live plant arrangements for holidays, special occasions. That's really cool. And if you're looking for tools, soil, gift items, whatnot, the garden store has great variety. Speaking of variety, as you start walking through plants, you'll see it seems like one of everything. You have over 2,000 varieties of annuals, over 1,000 perennials. And then for people that are into gardening, you have herbs, berries, vegetables, grapes. Some of the more notable items that you kind of don't find a whole lot around here is coming right up. You can see right there, you have Japanese maples. They have over 100 different types, and I absolutely love those ones. Find a nice, cool spot that has plenty of shade, and mine changes colors all year. They also have, an exceptional range of dwarf conifers, so great for containers and whatnot. But aside from that, they also do events year-round. They do Mother's Day potting, which is May 11th this year. Evening at Edwards, and that's a concert series. They do container workshops, they do beekeeping classes, kid-friendly planting days, as well as the holiday wreath and centerpiece workshops. So you can get in there with the experienced people, and they kind of walk you through the whole thing. Just a great reputation and a gardener's favorite for sure down here at Edwards. Seasonal container workshops and beginners beekeeping classes. All right, let's use some common sense. No one wants to see videos of someone's neighbor running for their life. Yeah. So our next stop, we're heading out to Cloverdale Nurseries, and you can't miss it. There's a log fence on the front side, but as you can see as we go through here, really unique architecture, European style. So you have stained glass windows, terracotta roofs. That's all based on a German architect that immigrated here in 1964 by the name of Hans Bourbonus. And actually, I guess he brought a lot of style to the valley. Catherine Albertson Park was heavily influenced by it. And as you can see, really cool grounds, awesome pergola we got going on here. There's a whole bunch of their perennials. They have a huge assortment of it. And this one, Cloverdale spreads 19 acres. So it has a lot of room. And pretty heavily focused on perennials, although there are annuals in here. But one of the cool parts about Cloverdale is they have a lot of trees. The further back you go, it seems like the older they get. Truly huge array from young starter trees to fully mature specimens. And you can get an instant landscape effect out of that. But the broad shade trees, evergreens, flowering ornamentals, hardy shrubs, and they're all suited for the unique seasons that we have here. And as you can see on the side here, we have a really cool setup. So they have a great assortment of landscaping rocks. So whether you're rolling them in solo as kind of a centerpiece, or if you're building a retaining wall, a lot of great options here. Also sells sod And whether it's just a small amount or you need a whole truckload, they can have that delivered. And they also sell bulk materials. Like you have, obviously, topsoil is great. You can do shale, compost, gravel, bark. All of that pricing is on their website, which I've included, and it's all deliverable. So yeah, great old world architecture, great plants, great place. So for the next leg of our journey, we're going to shoot up Horseshoe Bend Road towards the foothills up to Madeline George Garden Design and Nursery. So founded in 2002 as a garden design firm and expanded into an actual retail nursery in 2012. The nursery itself, when you enter it, you get this feeling of this really intimate, artsy, kind of thoughtfully arranged. They're very inviting to visitors to kind of linger and get inspired. They have a ton of different options. Many are hand-selected plants that are chosen for their form, their texture, color, seasonality, and the drought tolerance, which is super important here, especially with more fragile plants. But they've got ornamental shrubs, perennials, grasses, and yeah, it's a really, really cool house when you walk through it. Really, really cool. All over the place. Inside plants, outside plants. Let's see. So as you start heading out, you can tell that a lot of this is really stylish garden decor, right? Kind of getting away from the major landscaping projects and working on the smaller stuff, which sometimes makes a huge difference, right? So they do air plants, they do premium outdoor furnishings, which is really cool. All the trellises that they have here are handcrafted, and there's a ton of different styles, which are cool. Unique containers, heirloom quality garden tools. They also do this really fun thing that's called bubbles, baths, and bouquets. And that's where guests enjoy the champagne. They come in, they plant bulbs for upcoming seasons, and they can learn flower arranging tips. They also do monthly garden talks that offer seasonal advice, inspiration, and private garden-themed events. So they're also doing seed starting workshops, and all this stuff coming from people that have been in the industry for over 25 years. Originally a design firm, so there's a lot of cool stuff here. And as you're walking through, you're finding really cool garden decorations. Yeah, you've got some fountains in here along the way. Garden furniture. Yeah, all kinds of stuff. It's a really cool place if you've got a patio area that you really want to build upon. There's plenty for that, and that's definitely kind of their style. And really, really helpful people up here too. Another really cool trellis up ahead. And then, yeah, in their actual greenhouse, lots of different styles of plants. It's a great spot for beginners as well as experienced gardeners. So if you haven't been up this way, I highly recommend it. It is larger than it looks, which seems to be the theme for the day. So our last stop this trip, we're heading further west. We're going out off Old Valley Road between Eagle and Star. And yeah, once again, kind of tucked away. But you come on in, and they do have a great assortment of annuals, which is really cool. But they have a really cool assortment of flowering perennials. What kind of makes Old Valley stand out is the way they focus on hardening their plants. They harden them to endure Idaho's temperature swings, which can be maddening. And their outdoor growing methods help create strong root systems. And so their plants are already acclimated to the local environment. And so they do hardy perennials, but they also carry a thoughtful selection of annuals perfect for seasonal color. And in addition to that, they do pollinator-friendly plants, save the bees. They have drought-tolerant selections and native species. And although modest in size, they have a hyper focus on quality, and that definitely shines through. Very knowledgeable staff, super friendly, and yeah, this is a great place. It was established 35 years ago in 1990, family owned. But there was one mention here. When you go through and you see these trees, because they've been hardened, there's over a 90% success rate with trees, and so they can be a little bit pricey. So that's a good reassurance. And that's out there, on Old Valley Road. Thanks for coming along with me today. Boise really is blooming in more ways than one. And I truly feel like planting a garden, caring for some flowers, creating a peaceful outdoor space, somewhere to hide from the world, maybe for a second, is a great way to turn just a regular old house into a home. After all, we're not talking about property. We're not just property. We're talking about what you build around it. Thank you all so much. I appreciate you. Feel free to hit like and subscribe. And if you have any comments, questions, or you just want to give me a hard time, send me a message. We can talk. See ya.